Jabba-la-doo!
Hey, Funky Feline, we're all so happy to see you today.
Hey, Funky Feline, can you tell us what's funky today?
Can do, Bobby Joe. In fact, I brought along a very funky friend with a special message for all of you.
Hey funky friends, thanks Funky Feline. Charlie here from FunkyVapes with a funky review for everyone this afternoon. My chops are just drooling. I can't wait to get into this. I've been meaning to do this review for so long. It's the iHybrid. It's the iHybrids. I'm reviewing iHybrids today. So I just got my Sugar Skull in the mail. It's been a long time coming. And furthermore, I was going to just shoot the review anyways, but I broke my tank on this son of a bitch. This is the iHybrid 2.1 gunmetal finish, so I couldn't shoot the review anyways. So today I get my Sugar Skull in the mail, and then some of the fastest shipping from the US ever. I'm in Canada, of course. Bedazzle tanks. I bought a whole bunch of replacement tanks. This is the frosted one. It looks slick. So my tanks came in too, so I get to review both side by side. Not that there's much difference. And you guys have seen the iHybrid before. You know how it works. You know how they come. So I'm going to just give you a brief explanation of my experience with them. And yeah, just talk about how they vape. So obviously for the iHybrids, the standard ones are usually available every couple of weeks from various vendors. If you go to iHybridmods.com, I'll put a link down below. You can find out where they happen to be available that day. They're using different vendors all the time, it seems. So you can usually pick one up, plus the spare parts, but there hasn't been any on there in a while because he's actually changing it. The standard ones, I am told, they're going to be now producing stainless steel, titanium, possibly brass, and they're going to be a little bit thinner in diameter, more so a 22 millimeter diameter. So I'll just compare it right now. The Caravella is about the same diameter as the button, so you have, I don't know, an extra centimeter or so of diameter. These are pretty big devices. They feel big in the hand. I have regular size hands, not big old banana hands. So they feel pretty substantial in my hand, I would say. They're aluminum for the most part. The caps, of course, are stainless steel. There's some stainless steel in the switch, I am told. And of course, the actual part where you house your juice is stainless steel as well, so no worries there. I'll talk about the setups I have on these right now. I've been experimenting with wicks still. I'm actually following very closely the new the wick subsections on ECF. Trying all sorts of crazy stuff in terms of wicks, and I guess there's something just revolutionary coming out very soon. So I'm pretty excited about that. So anyways, for the time being, I'm using 500 stainless steel mesh. I don't want to say unoxidized, but very minimally. I don't do a juice burn. I don't even do a regular burn. I just torch it before I roll it, and then I roll it, pulse it a bunch of times, get all the hot spots out, and go from there. I'm using 28 gauge Kanthal, 4 wraps on each of these. Top cap pops off beautifully. So I got a pretty grungy wick. I've been using this one. I used it for about a month before it conked out on me, and I was just about to shoot a review that day when the tank broke. So snaps into place, all nice and such. I'll have a vape on this one. This one's not wicking as well. It was wicking fantastically before I dropped it. I don't actually know what happened. I've dropped it on the carpet since with no tank, so it kind of jumbled up the wick a bit. So it's not wicking the best, but that's my fault, not the iHybrids, of course. So here's a vape on this one. Not a bad vape by any means. We're drying out a bit there. So this wick instead, I cut this one to 3.5 inches wide, so it's solid. I guess they call them chunky Germans, something like that. This one is 500 mesh again, same method, but I used about 3 inches of wick. So it's rather solid. There's a little tiny hole in the middle, tiny. And there's a little gap on either side. So this one's wicking a lot better, actually. If I tilt it, she overwicks just how I like it. So this one I'm assuming is going to wick a lot better. Of course, I'm going to have the new wick taste that I'm going to have to try to vape out of the sucker. I literally just got this like 8 minutes ago and threw up a coil for y'all. So this is, of course, the Sugar Skull. It's pretty neat. I'm all about the skulls. I like skulls. I'm surprised though. I figured it was coming with an engraved top cap, as most of the limited editions do. This one doesn't have it. I think it said Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. Doesn't have that. It also didn't come with a drip tip. I know a lot of people were complaining they didn't get an engraved drip tip. I didn't even get a drip tip. So, but I also acquired this under some unusual circumstances that I will not divulge. So I'm going to chalk it up to that and not blame Faceless for that one. Of course, Faceless makes these. So I'll go ahead and vape this one. This one's probably working a lot better. I just realized I have a heater on because the furnace is broken, so I should turn the heater off just to not have any extra noise in the background. Vaping great. Very nice indeed. Under the hood, of course, we have a rather large wick hole, probably 3.5 millimeters, and a very small fill hole. And then, of course, your positive and negative terminal. Screws are different sizes on this one, but my screwdriver, I just have a screwdriver. It's just a screwdriver. It fits both fine, so no problems there. I don't need like different screwdrivers or Allen keys or anything like that. Lots of nice wicking going on here. Not too much to say. These are very easy to set up. Definitely the easiest Genesis stuff that I've tinkered with. When you get them, the top cap is very it's tough to get on. You gotta get those O-rings working. But after that, it comes on and off fairly easily, but not too bad. I get the tank ring if you want to have that. Whoop. There is an up and down on this if you want to have that look as such. This one's got red O-rings. I ordered a bunch of different colored O-rings so I can switch those out. And of course you get the 350 tube as well. I don't actually use my 350 tubes ever. So I'll probably trade those. Maybe trade them for another 18650 so I can pimp out my standard. Overall, fantastic. The air holes, a bit different. This one's kind of it's kind of almost as if it's been started to go a little bigger. This one's just a flat bored out air hole. Not quite 1/16 where I normally vape, but it's damn close. It's damn close. That's a 1/16 on this iGo here. I'll just vape this for no particular reason. A great vape. In terms of juice, I have my juice in here. I actually make and sell juice now. It's called Pearl Necklace. It's fantastic. I'll make a video of that soon. Getting a lot of rave reviews in this one. But it's not about Pearl Necklace. It's about the iHybrid. So it's about an 85 VG juice. And, of course, the balance is PG. And whatever else is in the flavorings, like water, that kind of stuff. I don't put water in my juice. So it keeps up with the wicking. It's a rather large wick hole, so you have a lot of play with that. Make a big chunky old wick. Let's have another vape. Vapes fantastically. The draw is so nice. It's not quite as airy as, you know, a 1/16 bored out air hole, but I also channel out my my top caps too on my iGo with a Dremel with a stone on them, just to get more air in there. I'm not really about warm vapes. I also don't like a lot of throat hit, so I usually end up just going for as airy as possible. I might even bore one of these top caps out just to play around with it. I'll tell you though, to be honest, I don't seem all that excited, but it's because I've been using this for a long time, and really, as nice as the limited editions are, it's essentially the same unit. It performs the same. You got these the switch, brilliant design switch. Can't Can't say enough about the design itself. Of course, in the Sugar Skull, you get this wacky engraving. You can't make that out. I have a terrible webcam. Appears to be just a different render of a Sugar Skull. But you have this nice brass contact in there. It's just a screw. Of course, you know, this pushes the battery down, and then as you press the switch up, it makes your contact. And whoop, throw batteries everywhere too. And then you have a nice brass contact in there. Everything on these devices is machined flawlessly. Flawlessly, I say. Screws together, butter smooth, hot, melty margarine smooth. And yeah, the tolerances are all there. I don't get any battery rattles. I'm a stickler for rattling. I don't like it. So machining is top notch. I mean, he's built a name for himself. I don't have to go too in with the machining. I'm going to go ahead and put this tank protector back on because I happen to like it and I don't want to break anything. But yeah, you see that just whizzes off in one go, whizzes back on, one go. Machined incredibly well. Now I've got it on there too tight just from hand tightening it, actually. What else can you say about these suckers? Oh, that's great. I've really knackered it up now. I've actually put this thing on too tight. The price, some people are going to cry out that's a bit expensive. For what you get, though, I mean, I don't see how you can claim that. It's only $255 for the limited editions. The standards were $225. I'm not sure if that's going to change. I would assume it would have to, just based on the fact that they're not going to be made out of aluminum anymore. So that might change, but consider what you're getting. I mean, you're getting you know your battery tube, of course, but you're also getting an atomizer built into it. So. And it's a really nice Genesis atomizer, because that's what a hybrid is, essentially, just a Genesis atomizer with a, not necessarily, it could be a silica, there's a silica hybrid coming out, but it's an atomizer and a unit all in one, plus you're getting, you know, your little dawdles and a different tube size, you're paying for the engravings and the anodizing, you get your money's worth out of an iHybrid. Unfortunately, there's, well, maybe not unfortunately, but there's not a lot of these things made every run. No exact numbers, and I'm told they change based on the design. So this one, just say for instance, I have no idea how to verify this, say there were 75 Sugar Skulls made, there may only have been 50 Hellraisers made, it depends. So your chances of getting one are pretty slim, actually. I've tried to purchase probably every iHybrid limited edition in the last, I don't know, 3-4 months and had no luck. So it's kind of a scramble to get them, but when you do, they're real nice. They vape just fantastic. You don't have to worry about anything going out of the house. It's not going to, you know, malperform on you. You pretty much have a consistent vape all day. Nice big 5mm tank, really groovy. They're glass tanks. You can pick up aluminum tanks for them for some reason if you wanted that. Another vape. So that draw just gets nice amount of air in there. The top chamber, not too much extra space. I like them roomy anyways, but some people might want a little bit more constriction in there. That's cool. Switch, pleasure to use. I kind of just wedge my pinky in there with the knuckle and push up. Nothing too hard. It's a dream. So yeah, that's the iHybrid. I'll go back and vape on this sucker. That's not, like I said, it's not wicking well at all, but no, it's not firing at all. My battery may have died. No, there she goes. So just as nice. Again, it's going to come down to how well you make your wicks. I was in such a rush to get this sucker set up. I made probably a 3 or 4 minute wick, start to finish, wrapped it up, everything, plus got the video going. So I'll probably go back and, you know, make it to my specs so it works as I would like it to. So that's your iHybrid, folks. It's not a particularly original review. It's nothing nothing revolutionary. The review, that is. I think there's a lot of revolutionary stuff going on in here. Couldn't be happier. I'm going to pick up as many more iHybrids as I can, I think. They're just such a nice device to take out all day with you. And yeah, vape away. Got to work on my vape rings. In the meantime, I'll break this Wicking, and I'm sure it's going to perform even better than it is now, and it's already performing fantastically. So that's the iHybrid. Huge, huge fan. I couldn't rate them any higher than 10 out of 10 kind of thing. Definitely the best hybrid I've ever used, and I've used almost all of them, owned most of them. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Vape groovily, and thanks to Funky Feline for the new intro. Catch you later, folks.